Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to some late night Hypermine Vanilla, otherwise known as Hypercraft. And it's been a little while. Just a little while. Not long, really. A couple of months. Whoops. Unfortunately, I've just been super busy, especially in the run-up to the Christmas period, and one of the things had to slip, and one of the things that had to slip was YouTube. Which sucked. It also included Minecraft. But it means when I came back here, finally logged onto the server for the first time in ever, stuff had been done. Look at all this stuff. There's some random building over there. There's a turkey and a Christmas tree. So we're going to do a little bit of catch up, and I'm finally actually going to get round to building that squid farm, having spent the last week wrestling with Laurie about where I can put that, because she's obsessed with filling the true spawn area with water. It's awful. But here we go. So, first Santa. Got me some light grey dye. Nice. Second Santa. Got me some boots. That's from Laurie. They're Christmas stockings, so I'm a little bit late. Alright, let's get rid of these. You can see I did a tiny smidgen of work around here. I haven't done any more glass because I actually need to go get glass, but I put up these temporary iron block walls to stop things coming in all the time, or at least have them work harder to get here. Oh yeah, I have chests. They're mostly full. Huh. Aha, here we go. Some raw salmon for some reason. Don't know where that came from. Let's put those in there for now. So yeah. Back. It's just been really hectic for me for the last couple of months. I'm pumped. So super excited to be back and building stuff and doing things.
And repeating yourself.
Yes, and repeating myself. Sorry. As usual, I have somebody who hovers around and judging me. No matter what I do, it can't be right. She always has to be mean to me. Pie and donations. I'm not taking any pie. I'm not donating. Looks like somebody got creepered over here. We killed the dragon, and Laurie and I built this giant transparent egg thingy. As you can see here, contributed by Tikko. We made this happen, people. Christmas tree. Yeah, so I hope everybody had a good Christmas and New Year's. I did. I made out with quite a lot of loot. A diamond hoe. Who put this here? What are you trying to say about me? Everybody got a diamond hoe. Dodgy. My loving wife decided to give me an Xbox One in what I can only presume is the means of getting rid of me for excessive hours of the day, so she doesn't have to deal with me. There's no denial. So I think I might be right. We're going to make our way over to Truespawn. So I've done a little bit of work there, and we're going to get onto a project. I'm not going to ride the rail because it is super loud. And I can't be bothered to change my sound settings, because why would I? I only do this for fun, apparently. Somebody's built a road. Here. They're creating work for me. Because obviously I'll have to follow that road with the sewer. which obviously a project that has been languishing whilst I've not been available. I believe some folks did do some digging, but some digging is about all you can expect, really, isn't it? It's massively labour intensive to dig those tunnels. Nobody will be doing that for fun. Get to spawn. The iron apartment complex has been completed. Seriously, if you could put doors on this thing, put a couple of hundred doors on it, make it look like some giant hotel or apartment complex. Perfect. It does look really good. Let's go inside for a second. Still looks pretty decent even on the inside. Nice. Alright, we don't need anything, alright. And I'm not going to show you what Laurie has been doing. Alright, so here's the sheep farm. I've finally put a roof onto it. I did this yesterday. Not sure when yesterday will be for you. Needs to put some glass and so forth in there, and then I need to work on the bottom of it. But yeah, at least now the sheep aren't getting rained on all the time, which is something, I guess. We're going to move over this way. So over here we have a small trial squid farm that I built. I don't have anything on me to turn it on and off. But this is going to be an automatic one because we're sitting in loaded chunks all the time. So the idea being that, and these things are done slightly wrong, they need to be further out. You need to create more gaps, otherwise the squid just swim up against it all the time. But ink sacs are going to drop down, fill up a double chest or so, maybe 2 double chests, and then it's going to check the status of the chests, see how full they are, and if they are full or even mostly full, sends a signal all the way to the top, activates all this redstone, turns on all the pistons underneath, which drop down into the gaps, and turn off the water, essentially. There will still be some squid in there, but at least we won't have items flowing around trying to get into hoppers and whatnot. Should work out quite well. This is quite literally a very small one. The other one is going to be about 5 blocks out that way, but it's not going to be built here. We're gonna head over. Probably be a good idea to light it up. That would be a really good idea. Go over here, to here, where I was able to scrounge together some TNT, and then I blew a giant hole in the world. Can't really think of better things to do with my time. So we're going to be building a squid farm in here. This hole needs to be widened out a little bit at the correct level. So squid spawn between 63 and 45 Y level. And we need the maximum amount of water in that area that is pushing them down. To maximize our ink sac spawn rate. And this is still inside loaded chunks. You can see the iron farm over there. There is a little bit of water around that I need to cover up just over there. I'm not going to bother about trying to empty all the water around in 128 blocks. That's underground. It's madness, really. Crazy talk. Don't suggest that. Alright, I'm going to get started on finishing out this hole, and we'll be back in a second. Alrighty then. So I've done a little bit of work, just a little bit, and we're starting to get insects. Nice. So I'm going to show you the workings. Just a standard glass elevator there. But if we come down here, this is the very top layer, and I'm just going to quickly turn it off. Look at that frame rate drop. Oh my god, that was not a good idea. Wow. And right back up to normal again. Okay, so what happens here is all these pistons extend and they just shut off all the flowing water. So squids will spawn in still and flowing water, and just around wherever you don't see a piston is a source block on top of a pillar, and pillars go down 8 blocks or so, 9 I think actually, down to signs, and then lava underneath that. And then underneath the lava we have some half slabs, and then underneath the half slabs we have this massive array of hoppers, which all lead into this double chest, which then leads down into this little hopper chain. And the reason why this thing goes down quite low is so that this water here is outside of the spawn range of the squids, and it's just hooked up to a standard comparator clock on the dispenser. Pop, pop. Does the same thing with the ink sacs. Sends it straight into this glass elevator, and that goes straight up. Now we've got to do something about the building on top. It's not gone exactly how I had envisioned, because I admittedly made it a bit too small, but I like the size. I like the way it looks at the minute with this little base part here. This works out perfectly for my idea. Now I need to go and get all the materials I need to actually accomplish the idea, and I need to clean something up from this. Now squids have a really strange spawning mechanism. I'm going to turn it back on. Really strange spawning. They only spawn between 2 Y values, 63 and 45, I think. I believe I've said that already. They will spawn in 1 by 1 flowing or source water. However, they prefer not to spawn when you are nearby. So if you are within 16 blocks, they don't spawn as fast. So we got 38 in there. If I go over here or so, that should be enough space to be outside of the entire spawning thing. They'll spawn a lot faster, they'll just keep going. Now this isn't as fast as it used to be prior to 1.8. In 1.8 squids are smart, in inverted commas, in that they can now swim upwards against streams as well. So previously that they couldn't do that. As long as there was a downstream that was pushing them, they would always swim down. They would prefer to swim down as well, and now they are completely random in whether they swim up, down, or left and right, which slows down farms, quite frankly, quite a lot. It makes them about half as efficient as far as I can tell. This thing will still push out around 1,000 ink sacs an hour if you get exceedingly lucky, and no other squid spawns, because I'm sure there must be underground lakes floating about here. I believe I've dealt with this one. Yeah, this one's fine. I'm sure there are underground lakes, and there's a huge area to cover. So I haven't sorted out all the water I could possibly sort out. I'm thinking I might have to get an extra texture pack so I can find all the underground water and get rid of it. And the more I get rid of it, the better it gets. It also has a problem with if there's anybody over there or over there, it slows it down significantly because you'll obviously hit the spawn cap for squids, which sucks. So 39, and that's not great. I only just turned on the water, didn't I? Yeah. For some reason it takes a long time for it to warm up. There we go. Starts to go, starts to go. 42 now. Once it starts to speed up, it goes really fast. Anyway, I'm going to sort out the rest of this building, and I'll be back shortly. Just kind of hanging out. Click, 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 click. I wish I could get rid of that noise, actually. But it's done. It's done. It's done, and it works. That clicking noise means it's working. Look. Insects. Insects. Just lots of them. Beautiful. Very nice. Now, before we go outside and take a look at the majesty that is this. This thing for hyperminers who watch this, which you should all be watching this, I'd be highly disappointed if people ask me how this works. Does not work if you're standing in here. If you stand here, nothing spawns. You're too close. Too close to the spawning area. However, I have nicely designed this seating area where you can come and wait for things to die. And then the ink sacs get passed up and into here. It's not as fast as I would have liked because of the 1.8 AI changes. But, oh well. It works decently enough. You can see half an angel. Nearly. Nearly. An angel! Dun dun dun! I don't think there's ever any more proof that I'm a really old guy than using sprites from old Mario games. Oh yeah. Because it worked out so well, I put it on all the sides. Yes. Amazing. So, yes. Squid Farm is up. It's running. The only thing I haven't done is put in a shut-off mechanic for when this chest is full. But in all honesty, I don't know if I have to. It's not fast enough, really, for that to be a worry. Anybody who comes here to pick up ink can empty this whole thing, and it'll probably be a while before it fills back up again. And there's a whole mess of hoppers behind this, so I don't think it's that much of an issue, really. Probably not. Oh, it's another one. So thanks for watching, everybody. You've been a fantastic audience as always, and I will see you next time. Adios.